So students, I just welcome you all once again to this session, and we have Sheel sir with us today, and he is a senior professional, a senior faculty. Like I mentioned that I have also done he was one of the keynote speaker when I was doing my MSOP, and he has been teaching to across CA and CS students from a long time. The best part about Sheel sir, I would say, the way he connects the law, the way he takes you to the background of the law and gives you an insight. Over to you, Sheel sir.
Okay, so thank you, Anand sir, for that introduction. And I'm again humbled by what you said, and I hope I live up to your expectation and the expectation of the students. So friends, over एक LLB की क्लास चल रही थी, and प्रोफेसर ने पूछा, students, if you have to give an orange, what will you say? Student says, sir, take this orange. That is what we can say. Professor said, no, you are in an LLB class. Tell like a lawyer. Student बोलता है, अच्छा ऐसी बात है, सुनिए सर. The student said, I, Ram Prakash, son of Hetram, resident of Mumbai, India, do hereby solemnly affirm and declare out of my own volition and without any fear or pressure that I am giving this fruit called orange, on which I have absolute right, title, interest, along with its peel, छिलका, juice, seed, pulp. कुछ रह जाता है क्या? इतने में orange हो जाता है ना? Yes. See, they have described everything. It not stops. It says, I'm also giving you absolute unqualified right and interest to cut, peel, store and freeze, and even to eat it. You will also have the right to give this along with its peel, juice, seed, or pulp to anyone, whosoever. Doesn't stop there. It says, further I declare that I will be solely responsible and liable for any dispute till today pertaining to this orange and not thereafter. आज के बाद संतरे में कुछ गड़बड़ हुई, तुम्हारी जिम्मेदारी. And finally, after this conveyance today, any connection with this orange will cease to exist. And that's how the student described. Or friends, इसके बाद professor का क्या reaction था? The seat says, professor says, my lordship, where is your feet? आपके पैर किधर? Friends, a simple act of giving an orange. Why is it described like this? You wonder, right? You all must have seen legal drafting. But why is it so elaborate? Why? The reason behind this is, friends, I am giving an orange. That is a separate issue. What is it that I am giving in the orange? Right? I need to explain you, or I need to tell you, here the orange is a secondary thing. The primary thing is what is in that orange that is being given. Right? And orange, see how orange is described. Peel, juice, seed, and even the pulp. एक चीज रह गया उसके अंदर, पता है? उस संतरे के ऊपर छोटे छोटे रेशे होते हैं, वो भी लिखना चाहिए था. The capillaries on it. वो रह गया. चलो ठीक है, लेकिन इतना संतरा समझ में आ जाता है. Now friends over here, why is orange described like this? So that tomorrow, orange, आजकल एक नया फ्रूट भी आता है, पता है? माल्टा. अगर खाया होगा तो वो ऑरेंज का ही दूसरे मेले में बिछड़ा हुआ भाई लगता है. So that माल्टा, तो अभी ऑरेंज दिखा के माल्टा दिया तो चलेगा क्या? नहीं ना, उनके माल्टा के अपने गुण होते हैं. So friends over here, it becomes very, very imperative to show what is being transferred, what is it in it that you are giving. Once I give, I should not have any right over it. That also should be there. So kal utke, the buyer or the one who is giving does not claim false rights and duties on it. Friends, what I want to tell you is everything, right? Yeah, drafting mein, the language is not important. Many students make this mistake. Yeah, I should have a polished language. I should have this, right? No. Friends, what I want to convey is everything is about rights and duties. Friends, let me tell you how I had, how I transpired. Friends, as a chartered accountant, I'll dramatize this. I'm walking on a railway platform. मेरे आगे 50 लोग चल रहे हैं. So as a chartered accountant, मैं सबके सर पे क्या देखता हूँ? मैं सबके सर पे उनकी अपनी अपनी बैलेंस शीट देखता हूँ. I'm sorry. The liabilities and assets is what I see. मैं बैलेंस शीट देखता हूँ हर के सर पे. But then, after doing my law and understanding law properly, I found liabilities and assets are much later. What first comes is your rights and duties. Law teaches me that. So friends, it's all about rights and duties. Rights and duties, आप किस तरह pack up करते हो और देते हो. It's all about bundle of rights. Have you seen a bouquet of flowers? Right? A bouquet of flowers means what? One flower मिलके एक bouquet होता है. अगर मुझे किसी को एक ही flower देना है, I am giving him only part of the right. But I give away the entire bouquet. All the rights are given. So friends, when you read this Ram Prakash, the description of an orange, what do you feel? A part of the orange is given or the entire orange is given? Friends, the meaning comes out, entire orange is given. And that is the meaning that you have to bring out in your writing. Right? Friends, आप पढ़ाई करते हो, एग्जाम ओरली देते हो या लिखित में देते हो. Friends, you can convince him. If you talk to him, your examiner, he'll be convinced. But he says, no, you convince me by writing. और writing क्यों friends? कल उठ के आपका आंसर में कुछ गड़बड़ आया. Right? Say for example, you have to write in your answer supply of service. Something is supply of service. और आप लिखते आते हो something is service. आपका मतलब बराबर था, आपका मतलब एग्जामिनर भी समझता है, बट उसको मार्क्स देने के लिए he is bound by what you've written. Because only service and supply of service makes a hell of a difference. Right? That is the power of written submissions or whatever you write. The verbatim. बोलते ना काला अक्षर भैंस बराबर. काला अक्षर भैंस बराबर नहीं होता. काला अक्षर ही सबसे ज्यादा महत्व रखता है. So friends, over here, what I am trying to explain, let me give you one more example. Now many of the students over here, right, I assume सब students category हैं, they must not be married. Few of them will be married also. But शादी में आपने देखा ना वो 7 फेरे होते हैं. हिंदूज में वो 7 फेरे होते हैं. मुस्लिम्स में मैंने देखा है काजी पूछते हैं कबूल, दोनों पार्टियां बोलती है कबूल. फ्रेंड्स, ये 7 फेरे कबूल क्या है ये? एंड फ्रेंड्स, इतना ही नहीं होता. अगर आप देखें 7 फेरे होने के बाद वो पंडित जी लिखवा के लेता है कुछ. काजी जो होते हैं वो या जो शादी करवाते हैं वो लिखवा के लेते हैं. क्यों? हो गया ना, 7 फेरे हो गए, अग्नि के 7 फेरे ले लिए, खत्म. लोग बैठे हैं, सबको बुलाया, एविडेंस. बट फ्रेंड्स, उस 7 फेरे क्या है? डू यू नो दैट? फ्रेंड्स, 7 फेरे में क्या होता है? दूल्हा दुल्हन को कुछ वचन देता है. मैं तेरी रक्षा करूंगा, मैं तेरा भरण पोषण करूंगा. वाइफ सामने क्या बोलती है? मैं तेरा वंश बढ़ाऊंगी, मैं तेरे परिवार का ख्याल रखूंगी. कि क्या हो क्या रहा है? फ्रेंड्स, नथिंग एल्स बट एन एक्सचेंज ऑफ राइट्स एंड ड्यूटीज. देखिए, अपने पूर्वजों ने वहां पर भी राइट्स एंड ड्यूटीज का प्रॉपरली ख्याल रखा है बैलेंस शीट करने का. राइट? सो फ्रेंड्स, ओवर हियर whatever the dulha says, it is his duty, but it becomes a right with the bride. And whatever the bride says, okay, I'll do this thing, it's her duties, but rights with the husband. Friends, that is what the power of rights and duties is. Now let's take as बैलेंस शीट भी लेके जाते हैं. बैलेंस शीट तक लेके जाता हूं. बैलेंस शीट में क्या है? Liabilities and assets है. Liabilities means my duties, somebody else's right. Assets, my rights, somebody else's duties. So friends, everywhere you have this. अपन बोलते ना लिख के दे मतलब it becomes your liability, your duty, and it becomes my right. So friends, that is what the power of drafting is. It's not only, friends, whatever subjects you study. Say, let's say, you know, the company secretary course. I really admire that course. Why, you know? In the corporate structure, company secretary, you know, बड़ों में सबसे छोटा है और छोटों में सबसे बड़ा है. Ideal candidate for a CEO, Chief Executive Officer, is a company secretary, not others. The reason is you'll understand law, you'll understand the stock exchanges, you'll understand finances, taxes. Though you may, you know, outlay, you know, sublet the functions, but you are the controller. और सबसे ज्यादा महत्व क्या रखता है? ये जो लिखित में है ना. अभी शार्क टैंक आता है ना, मंडे टू फ्राइडे, सोनी चैनल पे. उसमें क्या होता है? अ पर्सन कम्स, pitches his business proposal, asks for money. शार्क लोग क्या करते हैं? इवेल्युएट करते हैं और बोलते चलो पैसे दिए. राइट? आपको क्या लगता है? वो चेक दे दिया, काम हो गया? चेक देने के बाद बिहाइंड द सीन्स क्या होता है? ऑल द शार्क्स डू देयर ड्यू डिलिजेंस. ड्यू डिलिजेंस में आपसे अच्छा कोई नहीं है कि नहीं? सेकंड, सब लिखित में होगा ना, इतना इक्विटी, इतना डेट. राइट? वन मोर मॉडल इज देयर, रॉयल्टी. ये सब क्या हवा में बात होती है कि लिखित में होता है? तो अगर कल शार्क बोलता है तूने मेरे को प्रॉमिस किया था, तू नहीं दिया, और जो बिजनेसमैन है वो बोलता है यू प्रॉमिस दिस बट नॉट यू आर गिविंग, हाउ विल इट बी अल्टीमेटली प्रूव्ड? राइट फ्रेंड्स, इफ यू गो टू द कोर्ट एंड टेल कि भाई मैं इसको बोला ले ऑरेंज, उसने बोला दे ऑरेंज, अब वो पैसा नहीं दे रहा है, राइट? तो courts will say okay, you have come to us with a dispute, right? But what are the rights and duties you exchange between you और them? वो तो बताओ. दिया और लिया, इसमें क्या राइट्स और क्या ड्यूटीज? सॉरी, प्लीज गो. उसी जगह पर अगर उन दोनों ने ऑरेंज लेने देने के लिए ये लिखा होता तो भाई you would have got your right, and the other person's duty you would have to honor. So friends, this is what the power of drafting is. So friends, this is what you need to understand and build yourself in it. So here, you know, Anand sir was after me. Sir, आप drafting के लिए कुछ करिए. Students are asking me, right? I said, okay, क्या करना है मुझे? सर कुछ नहीं करना है, आपने जो सब्जेक्ट है वो आप आके शेयर कीजिए, ओरिएंट कीजिए, आप पढ़ा सकते हैं. तो नथिंग लाइक दैट. मैंने बोला भाई मैं कोशिश करूंगा, राइट? यू नो, ultimately I'll be dealing with language. I have to put language in such a manner that my rights and duties are getting cleared. And you know, everybody you know languages, especially English language, you know, it's a funny language. You know, बहुत सारे पिक्चरों में भी देखा होगा आपने. So how to, you know, remaining within that funniness, yet get my point clear. You know, मेरे seniors ने एक शब्द मुझे डाला, you know, they threw a word on me and they said, you know, शील मतलब बता इसका. And the word they gave me was, I'm writing on the board, the word they gave me was ice cream. Right? Friends, ice cream का मतलब हो सकता है ice cream, खाने वाला. Friends, दूसरा भी हो सकता है ना, I cream. म्हणजे એટલે શું? मैं चिल्लाया. तो आइसक्रीम बोला तो खाने वाला है या चिल्लाने वाला है? कैसे मालूम पड़ेगा? कैसे मालूम पड़ेगा? सर पूछने का नहीं. फ्रेंड्स, there the big daddy comes and that is your context. The context is something which clears, and even the courts rely on context only. क्या context में कहा गया था? So friends, you put it in writing and create the context. You can really manage the whole world with that. That is exactly what we do in drafting, pleading, and appearances. Friends, the name of the subject has been changed. Now it is drafting, pleading, and appearances. Priorly it was drafting, pleading, and conveyance. I'm sure when Anand sir must have passed his company secretary, of course, when he becomes a CS, he must have appeared the paper of DPC. Now it has become DPA, appearances. Friends, your institute has elevated you all. राइट. कन्वेंसिंग, आपको अपीयरेंस का चांस नहीं, लेकिन अपीयरेंस यू कैन अपीयर, एंड अपीयरेंस का भी कवरेज होता है वेयर आई कैन हेल्प यू बिकॉज आई एम करंटली अ लिटिगेटिंग पर्सन, राइट. तो फ्रेंड्स, संतरे से आगे चलते हैं, राइट. एंड नाउ लेट अस सी व्हाट ड्राफ्टिंग इज ऑल अबाउट. सबसे पहला क्वेश्चन, व्हाट इज द नीड ऑफ ड्राफ्टिंग. सर हो रहा है ना काम, है ना. लॉन्ग टाइम नो सी, ये बोल के भी चलता है ना, है कि नहीं. अभी लॉकडाउन के बाद बहुत बहुत लोग पहली बार मिलते हैं, तो मैं बोलूं लॉन्ग टाइम नो सी, हाउ आर, मीनिंग गेट्स क्लियर ना. जरूरी है हाउ आर यू, वी मीट आफ्टर अ लॉन्ग टाइम, राइट. so question is drafting, what is the need. if let's do it this way, हम लोगों को लॉ में सिखाया जाता था और हम भी एक कोशिश करते हैं. सपोज एक वी आर रीडिंग सम लॉ एंड वी गेट स्टक, मीनिंग बाहर नहीं आ रहा है, तो क्या करने का. तो एक इंटरप्रिटेशन मेथड है, assume that word is not there and without the word try to read the provision. What provision makes the sense, now put the word and read it again, meaning में फर्क आएगा. तो डिफरेंस है, that is what the context, the meaning is. ड्राफ्टिंग के लिए जरूरी है ये. So when you draft something, and if it is creating ambiguity, remove the crux word, see what the meaning makes, put it again, see what the meaning comes, right. So friends, the need, friends, what I'm trying to ask is, friends, हम खाना क्यों खाते हैं? Not because the food is good, we eat food because we are hungry. फ्रेंड्स, भूख नहीं लगी है ना, तो अच्छे से अच्छा खाना भी आप नहीं खाओगे, और सही मानों में भूख लगी है ना, नमक और रोटी भी मालपुए जैसा लगता है. So study a subject from the need of it. So what is the need for drafting? The need for drafting is you need to create evidence. लिख के दे, तू ये बोला ना, लिख के दे. The need is to create evidence, right. Why? Evidence, चलो करना है, but evidence of what? I need to draft because I need to create evidence. But evidence of what? खाली खाली लिखते रहने का. So I need to create an evidence, but evidence of what? Evidence of an agreement between two or more people, right. My friends, I agreed with Anand sir that I will come live today. अब हम दोनों के बीच में भरोसा है, इसके लिए कुछ लिखित में काम नहीं हुआ, वरना आनंद सर बोल सकते सर आप आओगे, लिख के दो, आपका क्या भरोसा, स्टैम्प पेपर पे लिख के दो. सपोज ऐसा होता, मैं लिख के देता स्टैम्प पेपर पे सही अंगूठा लगा के, और मैं दिए गए टाइम पे नहीं आता, तो आनंद सर पहुंच जाते वो पेपर लेके, सर चलो दिल्ली अभी, चलो ससुराल, यू डिसऑनर्ड योर प्रॉमिस, राइट, यू डिसऑनर्ड योर प्रॉमिस. फ्रेंड्स, अगर लिखित नहीं होता और मैं बोलता नहीं आता, जा कर ले, मैं कर ले, व्हाट वाज द रेमेडी अवेलेबल विथ आनंद सर? नथिंग. फ्रेंड्स, वही लिखित में होता तो मुझे तो बोलना ही पड़ता. तो फ्रेंड्स, डू यू सी व्हाई a drafting is required? Evidence create करना है. Evidence of what? Of an agreement, right? Why all this? For the very simple reason, friends, what is an agreement? An agreement is nothing else but the bindings between the parties. I agreed, right? I agreed, I bound myself, I'll come by 7:30 on YouTube, or I will come on whatever platform you call me, right? So friends, the bindings between the parties, how to evidence them? By way of writing, by way of drafting. And friends, after all, everything, why should a drafting be done to create evidence of the agreement? For the very simple reason, I promised, so friends, I should honor. And if I don't honor, giving the other person right to enforce it. So friends, drafting का अगर मैं यहां लूं ड्राफ्टिंग, I can directly relate to enforceability. No drafting, no enforceability. Drafting, enforceability. आपको whatever the courts will listen only after that, not otherwise. मैरिज हो गया, प्रूफ के लिए मैरिज सर्टिफिकेट चाहिए ना, और मैरिज सर्टिफिकेट बनाने के लिए भी एक प्रूफ चाहिए. शादी का जो इनविटेशन कार्ड होता है ना, वो दिखाएंगे ना तो ही अथॉरिटीज आपको मैरिज सर्टिफिकेट देती है. बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट, हॉस्पिटल में द डॉक्टर गिव्स अ पर्टिकुलर written submission saying okay this time this happened, तब जाके म्युनिसिपैलिटी आपको बर्थ सर्टिफिकेट देती है. डेथ सर्टिफिकेट स्मशान गृह या जो भी जहां पर भी अंतिम क्रियाएं होती है, दैट प्लेस विल गिव यू अ पावती. वो पावती नहीं दिखाएगा द मैन इज स्टिल अलाइव. बराबर है. तो कितना इंपॉर्टेंट है ना पावती, इतनी सी होती है ग्रीन कलर की, बट दैट क्रिएट्स अ प्रूफ, right? So friends, creating an evidence of the agreement, and the ultimate is enforceability, and that is what drafting is all about. So friends, are you equipped enough to create enforceability? If yes, very good. If no, we'll try to help you out, right? And that was the exact objective with which Anand sir said कि sir कुछ करते हैं बच्चों के लिए. मैंने बोला चलो करते हैं. So friends, that is the entire motive. And then enforceability in various areas, right? Agreements, contracts is agreements. An agreement which is enforceable or a contract which is enforceable, तो contract act में जाएंगे. Then you have mortgages, you have mergers, demergers. मर्जर डीमर्जर में सब बाद में करो, पहले क्या होता है एग्रीमेंट ना, दैट डॉक्यूमेंट इज क्रिएटेड, राइट? सो फ्रेंड्स, दैट इज व्हाट इज रिक्वायर्ड. सो फ्रेंड्स, हियर इज वेयर वी कैन हेल्प यू हेल्प योरसेल्फ. We'll be with you for drafting subject, we'll be with you for a limited number of hours, but then we'll create that capacity in you, you can take it forward, right? So going forward, friends, let me give you the overall picture of what drafting is all about. So friends, drafting में होता क्या है, right? सर लिखित होता है, वो तो बराबर है. लिखित में क्या? Friends, first and foremost, what you do is you gather the intention of the parties, right? The intention between two parties is gathered. Intention can be anything. But then, whatever are the intentions cannot go beyond the boundaries of law, right? So intention of the parties within the ambit of law, whether yes or no. I get into an agreement with my friend. Every morning we'll slap two people, we'll push two people. And for the strength you push, and if that person gets hurt, I will pay you. Intentions are there, right? This is the intention, but then does the law allow it? No. So friends, over here, intention of the parties, whether it is within the ambit of law, this sums up the entire subject of drafting, right? Two parties intent. A cafe coffee day, yeah, not cafe coffee day. I'll tell you a brand, right? Pantaloon. How did it take shape? Pantaloon का फिलहाल whatever state it is, we are not discussing that. Pantaloons form कैसे हुआ था, right? Kishore Biyani, the founder, he was with one of his friends. some outside India country में मस्त कैफे में बैठ के बातचीत हो रही थी. बातों में पैंटलून का जो कॉन्सेप्ट है फ्रेम हुआ और बोला नहीं ये करते हैं, हो जाएगा, राइट? अब दो जने थे, अब आइडिया दोनों को आया, राइट? तभी तो हाँ बोला. इंडिया आने के बाद एक ने अलग चालू किया, एक ने अलग चालू किया, तो So they decided, let's reduce, let's express our intention. वो लोग ने क्या किया, उसी टेबल पे टिश्यू पेपर पड़ा था, टिश्यू पेपर पे लिखा तू साइन कर, तू साइन कर. And that's how what came into existence, the intention of the party. अब ये लोग पैंटलून, कपड़ों की दुकान, राइट, वो लोग खोलेंगे, चल अपन अभी लेट्स अग्री टू बिकम टेररिस्ट्स, तो दो मारेंगे. Intentions are still there, but friends, is it within the ambit of law? No. So friends, when you draft, equally important is the ambit of law. So law की जानकारी जरूरी है. तो जब हम पढ़ेंगे, when we are doing our subject, every aspect, the law aspects we'll see, and how to bring it into the intention, that amalgamation, वो संगम होना चाहिए. And friends, not last but not the least, the next part over here is what? Intention of the parties, whether within ambit of the law and reduced in writing. तो आपको intention बराबर है, ambit भी है, लेकिन उसको शब्दों में कैसे डालना है? It has to be reduced in writing, right? और reduced in writing अगर law भी आ रहा है तो थोड़ा law का flavor तो आएगा ना, है कि नहीं? इसीलिए जो ड्राफ्टिंग होती है वो इतनी अटपटी होती है, बट अटपटी नहीं होती है, जरूरी है वो, राइट? सो इंटेंशन ऑफ द पार्टीज reduced in within the ambit of law or not, reduced in writing. And once you reduce in writing, how many forms it takes? It may be a document, it may be a instrument, it may be a deed. आप बोलेंगे सर ये तीन क्या है, कागज ही तो है. अरे कागज कितना बड़ा क्रिएट करता है. आप लोग सब कॉमर्स ग्रेजुएट है ना, प्रूफ क्या है? एक पेपर होता है ना, डिग्री, वो पेपर फाड़ दिया, पति क्यों, है ना? मेरी भी लॉ की डिग्री है, मेरा भी सीए का डिग्री है, वो क्या है? अल्टीमेटली पेपर ना, पेपर पे लिखावट है कि नहीं? तो वो पेपर जो है, इज इट अ डॉक्यूमेंट, इज इट एन इंस्ट्रूमेंट और इज इट अ डीड? फ्रेंड्स, जब ट्रेन की टिकट खरीदते हो, उसमें इंटेंशन ऑफ द पार्टीज है ना? वन पार्टी वांट्स टू ट्रेवल, द अदर पार्टी सेज ओके आई विल ट्रांसपोर्ट यू. Is it within the ambit of law? Railways Act, freedom of movement, Constitution, all allows you. So definitely intention is clear in the ambit, and the ambit of law में भी है. But ultimately वो reduced in writing होता है. What is the reduction in writing? टिकट पे लिखा होता है ना, लेकिन टिकट पे नाम नहीं होता है, पर टिकट में होता है यहाँ से यहाँ जाना है, इतना पैसा, इतने board the train within 1 hour, otherwise it will not be valid. It is valid for overnight stay. तो आज गए कहीं रहे और कल भी वापस आ सकते हैं, इतना सब लिखा हुआ होता है ना. अपन कभी पढ़ते नहीं ना, टिकट लिया, फोल्ड किया, रखा, टीसी आया, दिखाया. Friends, your travel is evidenced by the ticket. Yes or no? और वो लिखित में है ना. Now we have to ascertain the ticket is a document, or an instrument, or a deed. है कि नहीं? तो फ्रेंड्स, डॉक्यूमेंट, इंस्ट्रूमेंट, डीड, ये समझना रहेगा. चलिए, आपने जो बनाया डॉक्यूमेंट है या इंस्ट्रूमेंट है या डीड है, तो बनाने के लिए क्या जरूरी है? बनाने के लिए इंटेंशन एंड एम्बिट ऑफ लॉ. फ्रेंड्स, बनाने के लिए उसके कंटेंट्स भी जरूरी है ना. व्हाट कंटेंट्स विल यू पुट? जस्ट नाउ आई टोल्ड यू कि टिकट पे ये लिखा हुआ होना चाहिए, टाइम एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. तो व्हाट आर द कंटेंट्स? चलो कंटेंट लिख के बना दिया, but then it should have a legal acceptability. So how do you give a legal acceptability to a written document, instrument and a deed? Definitely government को कुछ दक्षिणा देनी पड़ेगी. ये ले पैसे, you recognize this as a enforceable document, so you pay stamp duty. अभी stamp duty भर के रख दिया. If somebody, some other person wants to see, how do you declare it to the entire world? Friends, by registration. So whether a document, instrument or a deed, the contents, stamp duty part, the registration, इसके बिना legal validity, legal enforceability will be in doubt. चलो आपने document, instrument, deed, content, stamp duty, registration बना लिया, document comes into existence. उसके बाद तो सही मजा उसके बाद है. डॉक्यूमेंट, इंस्ट्रूमेंट, डीड में आइसक्रीम जो लिखा है, चिल्लाने वाला है कि खाने वाला है? फ्रेंड्स, यू वांट द इंटरप्रिटेशन, राइट? बस इंटरप्रेट करना है कि भाई इंटेंशन क्या था, कॉन्टेक्स्ट क्या था. यू नीड टू, एक होता है बनाना, एक होता है बना हुआ रीड करना. ठीक है, हम ग्रेजुएट होते हैं ना, तो जो सब्जेक्ट में हम पढ़ते हैं वो खाली बनाना जानते हैं, बनाया हुआ देंगे तो पढ़ने का मुश्किल हो जाता है. कॉमर्स ग्रेजुएट को बैलेंस शीट दो बनाया और बोलो पढ़ के दिखा इसमें क्या है, थोड़ा मुश्किल होगा उसको, बिकॉज उसको बनाते सिखाया है, पढ़ाते इंटरप्रेट करते नहीं. सो डॉक्यूमेंट, डीड, इंस्ट्रूमेंट, you need to know how to interpret. After interpretation, you may require endorsement. What is endorsement? Some rights and duties, even though I need to pass it on. So how will I do endorsement? And last but not the least, अरे कुछ भूल गए तो, कुछ डालना था नहीं डाला तो, अरे बाद में कुछ डेवलपमेंट हुई जो लिखी ही नहीं. So you need supplementation, means something which you have forgotten, you can still put it, but you cannot put anything new than what was contracted. जो था उसी में कुछ रह गया तो, so supplementation से you cannot create a fresh contract. You can only explain it, or neither you can reduce it. Original rights and duties में कुछ ऊपर नीचे हो रहा है, prepare a new one. That's supplementation. Friends, this is in a nutshell your entire subject of drafting, and this is what you have to learn. And then document का structure क्या है, instrument का structure क्या है, deed का structure क्या है, how do they graduate, how does a document graduate into deed, how does an instrument graduate into deed, how deed can be cut off and still, so can a deed be called a document, can an instrument be called a document, right? So all these permutations and combinations in different scenarios. Different scenarios means different rights and duties, different scenarios. And friends, all of these we have to learn observing the principles of drafting and the rules of drafting. अभी बताओ, इतना simple था, right? But it has to be explained that way, right? So friends, this was the orientation that I wanted to share about drafting. And this is the thoroughness that we would like to imbibe in you so that you become a good professional, a thorough professional, the one who contributes to the society, right? Now, drafting, pleading, and appearances, we are starting on with online lectures for CS professional students. Now, I'll give you the highlights of what the online lectures would be like. First and foremost, we will give you full coverage of the ICAI syllabus from the study material itself, right? The coverage of past exams, sir, वो तो चाहिए ही, because past exam में जो आया है या जो trend आया है, obviously we are in exam mode, so definitely we will refer them. जैसे हम practice में जब भी हम litigation करते हैं, तो we refer to the cases which have already happened, precedents, है ना? Precedents ये बोला था तो हमको भी ये judgment मिलना चाहिए, ratio मिलना चाहिए. Same way with you. So past exam questions we will tackle. The tabular and chart-wise presentation. The charts which you just saw, the entire syllabus, the entire topics have been designed in that manner. So the charts tables will correspond to your study material. जिस तरीके से वो चलता जाएगा. Then we have most important, friends, whatever I gave a talk till now, we focused on the conceptual clarity. एक बार concept clear है, right? सब अपने आप set हो जाता है. Right? We'll also have exam-oriented practice sessions. Now, what is this about? Many students say, "Sir, पढ़ तो लेंगे लेकिन drafting थोड़ा, हम लोग को भी हाथ से होना चाहिए. वो हम कराएंगे आपको. कैसे? I'll give you a small case. कि ऐसा हुआ है. आप इसके लिए draft करिए. और drafting में एक clause जो होता है, सबसे important clause होता है, the interest conveyed clause. हमने क्या rights दिए? बाकी सारा fixed होता है. So that interest conveyed clause along with the rights and duties, that is the beauty which we have to inculcate. So that exam oriented practice sessions also will be held during the course itself. Then we'll always also provide you the recorded lecture support, right? We are working out the modalities and we will share you कि अगर किसी का मिस हो जाता है या कोई और देखना चाहता है फिर से, definitely आप देख सकते हैं. जैसे कि बहुत लोग ये सेशन फिर से देखेंगे YouTube पे चला के, है ना? क्योंकि क्या होता है, कभी बहुत ज्यादा सुनते हैं आप, कभी सुनते ही नहीं, तो जो मिस हो जाता है, it's perfectly human, right? So recorded lecture support will be provided. Lectures planning to commence from 1st of February. Morning batches होंगे 7:30 to 9:30 a.m. 2 hours, right? We'll try to keep the lectures thrice a week. The timetable will be worked out and given to you once you enroll, and the fees would be 6,500 per student. Right, friends? With this, now let me tell you, this was what the drafting is all about, what we would provide you. So friends, give us an opportunity, right? Looking forward to help you, help yourself. Nothing more than that. We don't intend to keep you teaching. We intend to teach you in such a manner that you are on your feet. कल उठ के कोई situation आती है, you are able to bind, reduce in writing the intention of the parties within the ambit of law. So with this, friends, I rest my case. I've given my contact details. You can also contact Anand sir. My contacts are given. You can note them down and give me a call, right? And we can work out the modalities, right? So friends, here is where I rest my case. You know, वो आदत पड़ गई है कोर्ट में. Final arguments हो जाने के बाद, Your Honor, I rest my case, right? So here I rest my case. Anand sir, over to you. I'm happy to take any questions if any.
Sir, it's always mesmerizing to listen to you. The way you connect the law with the live example, the effect is still same. Almost 8 years back in the MSOP session when you had connected how a company secretary can play an important role in the indirect tax litigations. I still feel the same catch, how you have connected the Contract Act, a simple Contract Act, which usually we as a student take it in a very casual way, or we believe that this is the most scoring one and we studied in a very theoretical manner. But the best part, how you have connected the entire Contract Act with the drafting, the need of drafting. I'm sure students are going to learn a lot from you. And guys, I can vouch on this. The way Shield sir teaches, like you all have seen my sessions, the PYQs, the way we cover all the PYQ concept-based learning, all not just for your exam, but as a professional, how you are going to be. And because at the end of the day, it's not just the exam that you have to clear. You will have to be a good professional, and Shield sir would train you well. I'm sorry. Shield sir would train you well for this subject, drafting, pleading, and appearances, which is, I feel, most, it's, you know, if you be in any field of a company secretary, whether in practice or in employment, you would require the drafting work. Like if you see right from starting of the drafting of the minutes to the shareholder agreement, drafting plays a very, very important role. Appearances is again going to be a very crucial area for the company secretaries. Pleading, of course, we will. So this entire subject is again one of the core subject of company secretaries. Lot of students, a lot of my CRI students from lot of you were telling me that drafting के लिए कोई faculty बता दो, कोई अच्छी faculty आप drafting के लिए बता दो. So it took time to convince Shield sir because he is again he's a very busy professional. He teaches in NMIMS college also, and he's also visiting faculty at ICAI, ICSI, plus he takes up the litigation matters of GST and other taxation matters. So it was little haphazard. And Shield sir is a kind of person who would say, if I cannot give my 100%, I'm not in it. He makes sure everything. So the kind of discipline which Shield sir is, he brings in, I'm very sure you are going to learn that part also as well. I have learned a lot. I and Shield sir, we have been teaching from 2014. Since 2014, we have been teaching together, and I still remember my early years of teaching career, especially in Mumbai, where Shield sir used to guide a lot what new I can bring into the class, how my approach should be. So I've learned a lot of my teaching skills from Shield sir, and I'm sure that when you will be watching his sessions, when you'll be listening to his sessions, you would surely gain a lot. And I, in fact, even my lectures used to be right after Shield sir's lecture, or it used to be after his session, it is my session. So a lot of time I used to ensure that I used to reach early, or I used to wait after my class and I used to sit in his session and listen to the way he's teaching, because trust me, a person of this knowledge, I think it's always worth listening to him. And Sheel sir has already mentioned all the details, the commencement date, the batch timings, thrice a week the session would be, and these sessions would be live the same way how I share my live sessions and you get the recorded lectures back up. The same thing Sheel sir is also going to provide you the same way. And if there is any other query, you can reach out to Sheel sir. You have Sheel sir's number, which is there on the screen right now, or else you can also reach out to me any point of time. His sessions are starting from 1st of February, and I am sure that all the students who are going to be part of his classes will definitely get benefited, because the way he interconnects the topic, because you'll not just learn drafting, I'm sure you'll learn lot what law is, what a company secretary as a professional should be. So if still there is any query, you all can share that query in the comment section. I would put it across to Sheel sir. Or else if you're watching the archive video of this, then definitely you can get in touch with us. Yes, Sheel sir, you want to say something?
Yeah, I just want to mention that you may call me on the number given, but suppose if I miss your call, I may be in a lecture, or I may be in a hearing, or I may be preparing something. If I miss your call, don't get disappointed. I'll call you back, right? So don't worry on that. I'll definitely call you back, because many, it happens with me. Look at the other day, I had a hearing. The night before that, the client was calling me. I was preparing for the case. I didn't pick up his call. The morning he started bombarding. But when I called him up, so I called him up in the night also. Baba, मैं ऐसा आपकी केस की तैयारी कर रहा था, phone miss हो गया. I'm calling you back. Tell me what is this. So just have patience. Right? I'm from the a little old school. Once I get involved, I get involved. So if you call, generally I will not miss. But if I miss, rest assured, I'll call you back, right? So that is how it goes. Over to you. That was I wanted to say that.
So the best part would be, students, in case you call Sheel sir, if he's not able to pick up, you can always drop a text message, or you can always drop a WhatsApp message to him. That's your name, and then you can mention that when it is going to be a good time to connect. I think that's what we normally do. Once you qualify, we do like this. Like, even if I have to speak to Sheel sir, I also do the same thing. So when is the good time to talk? So that's the best way. And same thing like how you all connect to me. So go ahead with this. I can personally vouch for the learnings of Sheel sir's lecture. I'll try to be live in his session also to attend. But again, 7:30 to 9:30, that time even I may be also having some sessions, because I am also a visiting faculty at the NMIMS. So if I have a college, but definitely even I'll be watching the archive sessions, because drafting, pleading and appearance, like I said, it's one of the core area of the company secretaries. You get into any area, company law, securities law, competition law, FEMA, taxation, any area. Drafting, pleading and appearance is like, it's the base subject. So that is going to be there. So with that, sir, note, I really thank Sheel sir for agreeing to be part of this session. And I also thank all the students who were participating throughout this session. And really sorry for the technical glitch that happened at the very beginning. But yes, like I said, his sessions are going to start from 1st of Feb. So you can straight away approach to him, or you can get in touch with me, and I'll connect you to the Sheel sir and for his lectures, right? So take care, everyone. Good night, and wish you all the best. Happy learning.
Wish you all the best, everybody. And we are available to do take the benefit of it. It happens what, like when I teach, I learn more than you, right? So give me also an opportunity to learn accordingly. So let's learn together. Therefore, I never say I teach. I'll always say, let me help you, help yourself. Kahin na kahin, that selfishness is there. I also learn a lot, right? With that, friends, thank you so much for a patient listening. Thank you, Anand sir, for bringing me and telling me, sir, aapko lena hai karke. It's good that I did it. Thank you so much. I am, really honored and looking forward, right? Looking forward to do that, right? Thank you so much, sir. We can, end the session. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you, students. See you all.